Racism of government. Racism of government. There is a lady called Shamima, something like this, she joined the ISIS group. Now the Supreme Court here in England said that she shouldn't return back. This is the racism of government. What do you mean? Terror. Okay, at the same time, you want to impose Lujain al-Hadlul and Raif Badawi. You want to impose Raif Badawi and Lujain al-Hadlul. Now the history of your racism, it can go for centuries. By the faith, by what you consider traditional culture. But now, the whole West is with the government, the institute, the courts, even the man who gave the House of Parliament, the Congress, the President of America. They are with imposing this dark thing, creature, Lujain al-Hadlul. Of course you don't understand it. Because you're racist. Racist do not understand that they are criminals. You are, wallahi, you are racist, and I curse you as racist. Of course, the whole world are filled with racism and problem and bad. But now let me talk about the West. Free world, the leading nation on planet Earth. You are imposing this I'm calling it she's not Shamimi. Shamimi is higher than your mother's. Regardless, it's a reaction. Terrible things happen since Sykes-Picot, I understand. Now Shamimi is not allowed to return back to England. England is like all of them. I mean, if she's in France, there will be a lot of insult against it. Okay, definitely you wouldn't allow me to enter your filthy soils. Filthy by you, if you know about these points. But I'm here right now. Let's see what will happen. Anyway, you freaks, you cursed creatures and nations. She's not allowed. But at the same time, you're imposing Lujain al-Hadlul. She must be almost like a queen in the Arabian Peninsula. Does she represent culture? No. Does she bring a lot of damage to the Ismailian? Yes. If Shamimi is a dark thing, reducing damage to your nation, what damage? In comparison, if we are going to agree that Shamimi, if she return back, she represent dark to us, regardless, I'm talking about the real damage to your nation. If we are going to say that she's bringing damage, this damage, we need to multiply it trillions, I'm not exaggerating, trillion times to be equal to what Lujain is doing to the Ismailian. I understand the racists cannot understand you because you're white racist. White racist. Some of you are proud to be white racist. Some of you are stupid enough to understand many things. No, this is not the case. My case is that I am cursing you. Me. Okay, this is the case. I have explained who am I. Back off. This Ismailian territory is persecuted by even Hos who are originally not Ismailians, like Raif Badawi as well and other not Ismailian. Now let's forget what the crimes that you have committed last century. This woman, Lujain and Raif, they are not definitely from the native Arabs. Search African Asian, I don't know. Now they go to the West and they return back and you want to impose them. But this lady who went there to just try to, there is a reaction happened there in Middle East. Muslim under attacked. You attacked Saddam Hussein. 70 dead filthy corpse of your 1,000 of your soldiers in England and others, 1,000 in America, and those soldiers who are by contract in America. The number is unbelievable. There is a contract soldier, not a real American soldier, who died, came from South America, died. And you killed Saddam Hussein, and you destroyed Iraq, and you helped the Easterners, or Musharraqawiyya, starting from the so-called Shiite. And there was a result, and she went to Middle East. Well, I'll go to Middle East, I'll join this group, which I got nothing to do with. But you created them. And she went there. Now, the Supreme Court, human rights, England, she shouldn't return back, because she chose to join Daesh, which you created. Now, Lujain al-Hadlul come here. No, she is not a women rights activist. She's a prostitute like Joe Biden's mother and like Joe Biden's daughter. But far worse, because she is betraying something and she's working with you. You are the enemies. I don't know how to start to explaining it. Do I need to start about our culture, our society, the history, what the Ismailian are dealing with, the faith? I mean, you so-called Christian, and you are today there is a celebration to the Jews. Does this celebration have anything to do with Moses, Solomon, or Daniel, or the last century when the Israel of the culture of the Israelite before the Messiah came, the first adjustment, or before the destruction of our house of the Masjid al-Aqsa before 2,000 years? No, they are making a celebration. Gypsy cult, some of them are Western, different authentics, they have a celebration. It's got nothing to do with Judea. So-called exactly like the so-called Christian. No, this is not a different point. No, it's not a different point, because there is a so-called Christian who are criticizing Islam, and they want Lujain al-Hadlon to destroy Islam, and at the same time they are putting a big huge portion of racism, and they cannot see it, or maybe they can see it but they legitimize it to themselves. I should cover a lot of points when I compare this lady Shamimi, which is a victim of you, to this thing called Lujain al-Hadlon and this thing called Raif Badawi. The destruction to our society, how we are struggling, how we are facing problems. You do not want to see this. And if there is any type of reaction, Islam. Muhammad is bad. Arab. You know what? Would you please allow me to say this on YouTube? The only thing I got is my explanation about my curse. I curse you. Allahumma ameen. Please, don't delete my video. I mean, this is one of the things that provoke my sense, and I start questioning, and I start not liking. But there is a lot of things more worse than the Supreme Court. She shouldn't return back. Yeah, who says it? The racist white nation. Yeah, she shouldn't return back. But at the same time, Tariq must return back to be executed in Arabia and to be tortured. He must return back, and at the same time, Lujain must return back and become the princess and queen of freedom and rights. Raif Badawi should be outside of jail. They both deserve execution. And maybe you too. Not me. I'm a decent, peaceful, respectable, smart, intelligent, lovely, native Israeli. The Israelite are with Ishmaelian, who want my right. I even chosen not to even get. But you don't want us to have our rights, so may you be in pain. The whole world. In my channel, I'm trying to explain how rotten the dark group. One of the rotten dark groups is the so-called Christian. One of the rotten dark group is the West. It doesn't matter. Now I have a wonderful food from a so-called Christian church. It doesn't change anything. Wonderful people. I'll give them all respect that they deserve, and I'll leave. But I'm gonna say about the truth about the taghut that is ruling this filthy nation of yours. You need to change your system. Asylum seeker, I don't want your filthy passport. I don't want your filthy residentship. I don't want to start a life here. Maybe if I'm a really billionaire, yes, that's a different story. Maybe I never done that. But as a big money, amount of money, yes, of course. But my money will buy me my documents. If I don't like it here, I'll leave. But there must be in the West some category to people like me who spit in your faces, but at the same time there is risk to their lives, and think human right, yeah, human right. You went to Saddam Hussein, human right, so that I would feel safe. Okay, not labeled to be deported, detained once and refused. This is nonsense. My curse to you, Allah yal'ankum yudammirkum wa hiya al-alamin. Please don't delete the video. You deleted the video, may you be cursed even on YouTube. It's my right. It's my right. If you're a Muslim, if you feel sorry for me, explain to them, and the curse they shall take it. Please don't delete my video. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful. If you're a real Muslim, I mean. See, just explaining at the stream, homeless, rough sleeper, going and bothering. Am I bothering anyone? No, I'm just saying the truth. Okay, filthy pigs. There is monkeys as well.